that's a big thing that, gets, they shift the blame onto men, but it's really women that are just cannibalizing each other and ripping each other apart. Okay. Who do you trust to tell the truth about your chest? A university professor or an evil vizier and professional sex slaver? Oh God, what? What is this? Oh, okay, it's different. He's linking to another article. Okay. Some girls might be inclined to believe intellectual authorities like this professor instead of stereotypes and common sense, but they shouldn't. He's wrong. Once again, we can learn the truth if we look at what men actually choose in private. A large online sex doll retailer categorizes their dolls by breast size. The frequency of the size is as follows: small, medium, large, and then huge, right? Huge is too much. Like, huge is fun. Huge is good to hook up with and like an experience in your life. But I'm telling you, big titties become a liability as the woman gets older, okay? It looks like a good investment up front, but down the road, you're like, I don't know. This is, you're starting to see the effects of gravity. Get a little drag on the situation, right? But that's just my personal preference, and it looks like it's the preference of these guys as well. So the sample size is 971. So this is out of 971 men who purchased their sex dolls. Okay, frequency of breasts at a large online sex doll retailer: 21% want small. 27% wanted medium, 37% wanted large, and then 14% wanted huge, right? Those are just the freaks. Small refers to B cup or less, right? For visual examples, see the next gallery. Okay, here we go. Note that the terminology they use is misleading, since small refers to the average size of a slim woman and medium is already large by everyday standards. So here we go. So these are actually large tits. These are extra large, and these are double X, basically. That means around 80% of men choose what we normally call big breasts. Here are examples of each size according to the retailer's classification. Okay? So I guess this is small, this is medium, this is large, and then this is extra large. Okay? Small, medium, large, extra large. I could see why these sexless nerds would go for this. For me, this is more than enough. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, what do you guys say in the chat? 30 seconds on the clock. Small, medium, large, or huge? Go. We got small here, medium, large, and then extra large. Okay, you tell me. I'm okay with the full C cup, medium. Donovan with the large. Donovan's a man's man. Yeah, I love it. Looks like medium seems to be the one. Give me the schmedium, says Fierce Soul 85. The schmedium. Oh yeah, I love it. A plurality of men prefer the large breasts shown in the lower left to the small, medium, and huge sizes, right? A second retailer categorized dolls by cup size. The distribution of their inventory is visualized in the next graph. The results is essentially the same, but we can add a few details for our observations, right? Only 2% of men want an A cup, right? 2%. 90% of men want more than a B cup. And that's kind of where I lie on the spectrum. If we're like at C cup and above, now I'm very happy. I'm very happy, okay? 78% of men want large breasts, which is D cup or more. The average man wants an E cup or F cup. 43% want a G cup or more. And now this is related to the sex doll distributor information, right? So yeah, so you can see A is here, B, C is here, D 78%. Lord have mercy. And the average man wants an E or F cup, and then 43% of men want a G cup or more, right? But it's the small titties is just not it's extreme minority. I mean, that's just true. I think just what we are as men, right? We know that We like, we just like tits. What's up, Japan D. Jones is in the house. Yeah. Good to see you participating as well, big man. Okay. Below, you'll find similar data drawn from an anime image site, once again, followed by examples of each size. Men's order of preference is exactly the same as above. However, among these audience, quote, large, end quote, breasts have an even bigger advantage over the other sizes. So here you go, small. So this is the small, medium, large, and then extra in the Donovan Sharp size here on the right-hand side. Okay, small, medium, large, huge. So this is small, right? This is medium. This is where I'm okay with this one right here. That's large. And then that's huge. Huge. This comes with every ticket you get from the CME. One of these girls shows up at your door. I wish. So here's the sample size. 182 people, right? So out of the small, okay, a large archive. Okay, yeah. So the archive, they have 1.6 million photos over a 30-day period. So the guys looked at all the million photos. I mean, only men. This is how I love men. We're going to be like, all right, guys, listen, we got a database of 1.6 million anime characters with tits. We're going to give you 30 days, and we want you to sit down and judge these tits. I would find it very hard if we could get women to do the same thing for dicks, right? But women to do it for guys to do it for tits, no problem.
Right now. You're a beta male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You're going to send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's
Edward Petrosovitz says, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Women in America can't even maintain being thin. Such a tragedy. Men do have the burden of performance, which is good, but women can't even stay thin. Yes. Right? Donovan Sharp is in the house, and he says he loves the judge tits. You know what I'm telling you? Only 182 men. I'm like, all right, listen up, boys. We got this archive. We got 1.6 million pictures of anime girls with titties. We need you to go through there and vote your preference on these titties. Can you do that? I mean, could you really find women to do that? I don't know. I don't know if women are that infatuated with dicks as men are with tits, but I definitely know men would knock that out. So 14% of the men preferred small, 21% preferred medium, and then 59% preferred large, and then only 5% preferred huge. Okay, so here we go. This is small, medium, large, huge. The guys that go for large are just animals. I mean, I understand it. For me, I'm thinking long term, but I mean, yeah, it's good. Sometimes it's good to be smothered by a big pair of titties. It feels nice. The breast shown in the lower left corner is the most popular by a wide margin. So this was the one that won the most. This was the type of breast right here. Cartoons are prone to exaggeration, so we can't assume these translate directly to reality, nor should we assume they don't. Fortunately, exactness isn't necessary for our purpose here. From the evidence above, we draw 3 reliable conclusions that will hold even if our data is imprecise. First, male preferences for breast size vary a great deal. Okay, that's very true. Different men do like different breast size, okay? Because we just seen the data. It's not saying all men like big tits, but it's pretty evident that the majority of men do seem to like larger breasts, right? Some men prefer small breasts, others enormous. Can you imagine just sitting around with your buddy at the bar? He's like, listen, I just like girls with enormous tits. The bigger, the better. Women have no innate appreciation for this look, so they typically underestimate its value to men. Yeah, this is hot right here. This is hot, okay? Second, the demand for larger sizes is much greater than the supply, you see? More women have smaller breasts in the world, so the guys who want big tits can't really get them. The average male already prefers a size rarely found in nature, and the gap between supply and demand increases with the size, without any practical limit. This means that bigger is better is true in an economic sense, even if it isn't true in an absolute sense. In simple terms, The most buxom? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to say bosom. The most bosom women are highly valued because there aren't enough of them to go around, not because all men prefer them. Right. I think potentially, too, that this is also because these guys voting most likely have not experienced the large titties, right? I think that that has something to do with it, that they've never really experienced it. Because once you, like I said, for me personally, long term, I think titties are bad big titties are a bad investment, right? Because they start sagging as time goes on. But that's my personal preference. I'm not saying it's bad, but for me, it's just not viable economically. A good, healthy, I would even settle with a good, healthy 34B, right? If it's a good full 34B, I'm okay. Even 36B, I'm okay. But 34B is a sweet spot. It sounds paradoxical, but despite being the least popular, enormous breasts like these are actually the most valuable. This is simply because they're so rare. It's true. Third, the medium preference is broadly similar to the size we've seen in earlier examples and conforms to well-known stereotypes. It's also close to the size of the common glamour models like page 3 girls or centerfolds. In fact, some vintage centerfolds are larger than most sex dolls. Despite extreme rarity of this size in the general population, so are these storefront mannequins.